welcome to VNN Canada. I'm Nivedna Prabhu and here are the top stories. Two groups of Canadians arrive home after evacuation from Wuhan. Saudi rejects Pak plea for discussion on Kashmir. Google expands Canadian presence with offices in Waterloo, Montreal and Toronto. Salman Khan cancels US tour by Pakistani organisers, claims report. Now for the news in details. First up, two groups of Canadian citizens have returned home from the center of a novel coronavirus outbreak in China after they were evacuated by two government flights. A flight carrying 176 people touched down in Canadian Forces Base, Trenton, where they will undergo 2 weeks of quarantine and monitoring to check whether they have contracted the virus. Approximately 50 more Canadians arrived in Vancouver early Friday morning after they were able to board a flight chartered by the American government. The Canadian government will now bring those Canadians to CFB Trenton to also be quarantined. Miriam LaRouche, a Canadian student who was studying in Wuhan, said she was relieved to be back home after a long process that felt longer in a different country. "I think I'm going to sleep for 20 hours straight," LaRouche said after arriving in Vancouver, adding that the last few days have been stressful. About 11 million people are currently under quarantine in the central Chinese city where the coronavirus is believed to have originated. Now moving to some other news, Google is upping its Canadian presence with a plan to open 3 new offices, giving it enough space to accommodate 5,000 employees by 2022. The company will build a trio of new facilities in Montreal, Toronto and Waterloo. Google began its business in Canada in 2001 when our office in Toronto was opened with one salesperson, said Ruth Porat, the Senior Vice President and Chief Financial Officer at Google in a blog post. She took the stage at Google's current Toronto office to announce the company's plans. Google's interest in the country comes as one of its affiliates, Sidewalk Labs, has proposed building a waterfront smart city in Toronto that may include another office for the company, and as Canada is experiencing a tech office boom. The company said it will also give $2.5 million for information technology and automation scholarships to Empower Canada, a charitable organization that helps young adults find meaningful and sustainable careers. The scholarships, Google said, are meant to equip Canadians with in-demand tech skills to land new jobs in Canadians' booming digital economy. In yet another setback to Islamabad, Saudi Arabia has once again declined Pakistan's request for an urgent meeting of the Council of Foreign Ministers on Kashmir at the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. Pakistani media reported that Prime Minister Imran Khan's plea for a discussion on Kashmir has been rejected by Saudi Arabia. The OIC is holding its senior officials meeting in Jeddah on February 9th to make arrangements for the Council of Foreign Ministers. Recently, Khan was forced by Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman to cancel his trip to Malaysia, where he intended to slam India over Kashmir at the Islamic summit hosted by Mahathir Mohamad government in Malaysia. Riyadh took serious offense to the summit, where it was not invited, and perceived it as a challenge to its leadership in the Muslim world by Turkey, Malaysia and Pakistan. The Saudi kingdom threatened to withdraw its massive aid to Pakistan, already reeling under an economic crisis. Moving on to some sports news now. Canada's women's basketball team survived a scare and held on for a 61-56 win over host Belgium on Thursday at an Olympic qualifying tournament. Kia Nurse had a game-high 19 points for Canada and added 2 rebounds, 3 assists and 3 steals. "That was a great way to start the tournament and a great team win," Nurse said. "The morale was extremely high, the passion, the excitement to be here, being in this position to have the opportunity to do something special to get in Tokyo." Hands three-pointer with 2.5 remaining in the fourth quarter out Canada's lead to 58-56 and got a vocal sellout crowd in Austin roaring. Now, what's happening in the world of entertainment? Well, Bollywood superstar Salman Khan has recently cancelled a live performance in Houston, United States, according to reports. Salman's decision is an outcome of the fact that the event was being organized by Rehan Siddiqui, a Pakistani national accused of allegedly funding anti-India activities in the US. Last year, singer Diljit Dosanjh cancelled a performance hosted by Siddiqui. There has been no statement from Salman confirming his cancellation of the show yet. A fan page of the superstar tagged him and tweeted, "When it comes to the country, Salman Khan never leaves an opportunity to make his fans feel proud." Again, he cancelled show in Houston organized by park promoter Rehan Siddiqui, who's allegedly raising funds from events to finance anti-India activities in USA. Sources said that Siddiqui is also currently planning to stage anti-CAA protests in Houston along with some Pakistani nationals settled there. Well, that's all we have for you on this edition of VNN. We will see you tomorrow.